What he's doing is, I mean, kind of cool. If he can continue to steal money and they match him the way they match him, I can't.
Hi. You've had a chance to assess Jake Paul. What do you think of his boxing ability?
I think he's came a long way from YouTube.
Not play boxing. And there, Paul now. Not a lot of technique behind these punches, and Floyd Mayweather shelling it up. Of course, the fans.
Welcome home, Iron Tyson.
And listen, I seen a YouTube of him at 16 doing weird dances. That's not the guy I'm going to be fighting. This guy's going to come, he's going to try to hurt me, which I'm accustomed.
What he's doing is, I mean, kind of cool. If he can continue to steal money and they match him the way they match him. Floyd Mayweather never misses any opportunity to make smart investments, even if it involves coming out of retirement to fight exhibition matches. And after the mouth-watering purse that the Mike Tyson vs. Jake Paul fight made, Floyd Mayweather has called out Jake Paul to fight him next in an exhibition fight next year, with the hope of making as much money as the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson fight. Well, it's likely he changed his mind after receiving some strong warnings from Iron Mike Tyson. You've had a chance to assess Jake Paul. What do you think of his boxing ability? I think he's came a long way from YouTube. And remember, Floyd Mayweather fought Jake Paul's brother Logan Paul 3 years ago, and he plans to even make a bigger fight with Jake Paul 4 years after the fight in Florida. However, he now has a stumbling block. The first obstacle is the fact that it remains highly unlikely that Jake Paul will be able to attract such a crowd in his influencer boxing career ever again, as the fight on November 15th left many fans very disappointed. You do not play boxing, and there, Paul, now not a lot of technique behind these punches, and Floyd Mayweather shelling it up. Of course, the fans also, it was very clear even from the press conferences that the real attraction to the fight was Iron Mike Tyson, whose previous exhibition matches Roy Jones Jr. was so successful that it was ranked in the top 10 of the highest pay-per-view numbers of all time. Hence, Floyd Mayweather will be greatly mistaken if he thinks Jake Paul is the answer to making his pay-per-view numbers in exhibition fights. Welcome home, applause. Iron. Also, Mike Tyson's comments about Jake Paul's boxing skills is another reason why Floyd Mayweather may look elsewhere, as Jake Paul, who weighed almost 230 pounds when he weighed in for his fight against Mike Tyson, won't be only weigher than Floyd Mayweather if they fight, but he'll also have a better boxing resume than many of Floyd Mayweather's exhibition opponents like Day Olatunji, Logan Paul, John Gotti, and a few others. If Jake was dangerous for a Mike Tyson who weighed slightly more than him on fight night, then he'll be acrimonious to Floyd Mayweather, who isn't only smaller and shorter but would also have a lighter punching power than the problem child. And listen, I seen a YouTube of him at 16 doing weird dances. That's not the guy I'm going to be fighting. This guy's going to come, he's going to try to hurt me, which I'm accustomed to. Floyd Mayweather first expressed his interest in taking on Jake Paul before the fight. During an appearance on the It Is What It Is podcast, Mayweather had plenty of praise for Paul for agreeing to fight Tyson, but not for the reason many might expect. What he's doing is kind of cool if he can continue to steal money and they match him the way they match him. I can't knock his hustle. Mayweather said the comments are appropriate for Money Mayweather, seeing as he ushered in a new era of boxing and promotion after agreeing to fight UFC star Conor McGregor in 2017. Mayweather said that the realities of this digital age mean that boxers have to do more marketing themselves on TikTok and YouTube, as well as agreeing to fights that some would consider outlandish, as is the case between 27-year-old Paul and 57-year-old Tyson. Can't knock his, so if they can match him the way how they've been matching him, more power to him, champ. We appreciate your time, though the promoter is dying. It's now the responsibility of the fighter to promote himself. That's the new boxing world. Mayweather said, just hustle, man, just hustle. The respect Mayweather has for Paul does not seem grudging. It comes off as genuine admiration and respect for what he's trying to do, and at the end of the day, money is money for many, no matter how they've earned it. Speaking on Jake Paul's abilities, Mike Tyson has always advised the boxing world not to underestimate him as a YouTuber, but should perceive him as a legitimate boxer who didn't only do well against a fighter like Tommy Fury but went ahead to knock him down before narrowly losing to Tommy Fury by decision. How much pressure, if any at all, do you feel to win this fight even though you're twice his age and you haven't been in the ring in an official sanctioned bout since 2005? How are you feeling pressure-wise about this? Same advice about Jake Paul's abilities is what Mike Tyson tells Mayweather. I knew he was a good fighter, I knew he was prepared, but I just wanted to fight. He's a very good fighter, he absolutely deserves more respect from the public. He's a dangerous fighter. In fact, in his first post after the fight, one of the main things he spoke about was the legitimacy of Jake Paul's boxing skills and how he was a worthy opponent for any fighter of any age despite losing his boxing match to Jake Paul. Mike Tyson, in a social media post Saturday, said he had no regrets about getting in the ring one last time. Mike, back to you. Now that you've actually gone 8 rounds with Jake Paul, what is your assessment of Jake Paul the boxer? A very good fighter. Do you think he deserves respect from the public? Absolutely. The boxing legend was defeated by social media stars Jake Paul in a highly anticipated fight on Friday night with an age difference of over 3 decades between the two contenders. Netflix said Saturday that 60 million households worldwide tuned in to watch the match. The two fighters went 8 full rounds with each round 2 minutes long. Paul defeated Tyson by unanimous decision, and the 27-year-old upset boxer and 58-year-old former heavyweight champion hugged afterward. Paul was expected to earn about $40 million from the fight, and Tyson was expected to take around $20 million for the fight, according to DraftKings and other online reports. Tyson said on his social media that this is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last music night. The fight almost didn't happen after Tyson experienced an ulcer flare-up while on a plane in March. He addressed his illness Saturday, writing that he almost died in June. He said he had 8 blood transfusions and lost half my blood and 25 pounds in hospital and had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won. Tyson retired from boxing in 2005 after a 20-year career. He last fought in a 2020 exhibition match against former 4-division world champ Roy Jones Jr. to have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you, he said. It's the family's everything, but my kids to my children, I'm nobody but that night they're going to find out their father's very special. In another interview, Mike Tyson was seen claiming he would never risk his health for money, though he initially appeared to underestimate Paul. He gave a caveat in advance for those who saw him as a mere YouTuber and acknowledged Jake Paul's boxing skills. Tyson shared a moment to praise Jake for his journey from comedy influencer to professional boxer. He's come a long way from YouTubing. Listen, I've seen a YouTube video of him at 16 doing weird dances. That's not the guy I'm going to be fighting. Not true at all. Not true. Not true. No true. Listen, this is called an exhibition. But if you look up exhibition, you will not see any of the laws that we're fighting under. This guy's going to come, he's going to try and hurt me, which I'm accustomed to, and he's going to be greatly mistaken. Despite the rumors of 18-0 gloves and headgear, Mike Tyson has insisted that this will be treated as a real fight. The rumors are not true. Listen, this is called an exhibition, but if you look up exhibition, you will not see any of the laws that we're fighting under. This is a fight. At almost 58 years old, the legendary boxer explained why he is returning to the ring and is welcoming the challenge against Jake Paul. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it, and that's how it is. I was afraid of Roy Jones Jr. fight. I was scared to fight again. I was 100 pounds overweight. I was, however, old, 54 or 53. And I said, let's do it. Sean, I have a weird personality. I don't think it's weird though. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it, and that's how it is. I was afraid to for the Roy fight. I scared to fight again. I was 100 pounds overweight. I was, however, old, 54, 53, and I said, let's do it. Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it. Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it, and that's my personality. Like right now I'm scared to death, but as the fight gets closer the less nervous I become, because it's reality, and in reality I'm invincible. I always belied that adversity or nervousness. It pretty much catapulted me into success. If I didn't have these feelings, I wouldn't go into this fight. I have to have these feelings to fight. Without them I would never go in the ring. Though he seemed the most riled up as he has been in years, with nothing but a vicious display on his mind. Mike Tyson has no hard feelings when it comes to Jake Paul. The first will do just that. I will teach him a lesson, but dislike him, no I don't. I do not have any grudges against him. He's beautiful, and no, it's not from that perspective. This Is from my point of view of grabbing glory, you know, never from money, only glory. I would never risk my health for money, and that's my personality. Like right now I'm scared to death, but as the fight gets closer the less nervous I become, because it's reality, and in reality I'm invincible. Despite Mike Tyson having high praises for Jake Paul and sending warnings to his next opponent, the much anticipated fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul turned out to be a humiliating exhibition by the 58-year-old boxing legend. After 8 rounds, Jake Paul was declared the winner by unanimous decision with a wide margin on the judges' scorecards. The loss to